Good evening and welcome to this video. In Microsoft Excel, there is a fairly new function that came out called the GROUPBY function. And what this function is going to allow us to do is do just that, group data by, in this case, by city. And I'll show you how to also group it by the quarter. And what I want to do is you can see I have sales amounts. So I'm going to probably want to do a sum. Maybe I'll even want to do an average, or maybe count and group the number of entries per city or per quarter, maybe find the highest value, lowest value, median, etc. But let's just start off with something simple. And that is, I would like to know what the total sales for each city that's grouped, and put the answer in column K. So let me change this to say city. So here's how the group function works. Equals group by is the name of the function, left parenthesis. The first argument is the range of cells that contain, in this case, the cities. So I highlight that range, type a comma. The second argument is the range of cells that contain the numeric data that I would like to group or summarize. In this case, the numbers in column G, comma. And then the last argument in this function is going to be what aggregate function I want to perform. And I mentioned I want to use sum, S-U-M. I close the parenthesis. When I press enter, just like that, it gave me my answers. Now, did it really work? Well, let's find out. Let's highlight all of the Philly sales. So I highlight them. I see here that the answer is 33,000. And did you know that since the very beginning of Excel, there is a feature called auto calculate? And it shows me right here, the sum equal 33,000. So I know it worked. Now, let's just simply change the function from sum to average. And when I press enter, I have averages for each of these cities that I'm grouping on. And here's the average for Philly, 6,600. So let's highlight all the Phillies. And there it is, 6,600. I know it worked. Now, the next thing I want to show you is using the group by function, in this case not by city but by quarter, and you can pretty much guess that it's going to be very easy. So let me change the label to quarter. First thing I do is I enter the name of the function, group by, left parenthesis. The first argument is going to be not column E but column F. That contains the quarterly labels, comma. I still want to find out the sum for the sales in column G, so I have to highlight that. Next, comma, by the name of the function, sum, S-U-M, close the paren, and voila. Just like that, I've got my group by quarter sales. Well, let's find out if it worked. Quarter 3 says 29,700. Well, let's highlight all of the quarter 3 data in column G. So here we go. And we can see 29,700, 29,700. Beautiful thing. And then if I simply wanted to change the function from sum to average, I can do that. And when I press enter, let's find out for Q1, 27,400. There's a Q1, there, and there. 27,400, 27,400. It works. Now, the beauty of it is that when I change any one of these values in column G, you guessed it, it will automatically update in this area for the group by function. So let me take a look at quarter 2 is one of these values, 9,900. I'll just change it to 99,000 just because I can. And let's highlight all the Q2 data cells. And let's see, actually, it says 39,333, 39,333. So it automatically updates when the values change. Now, in a pivot table report, if it's coming basically just from a list, we have to take the extra step of refreshing. So here, I don't have a pivot table report. Maybe I didn't want one. I use the group by function. So hopefully this helps. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more learning videos that I'll put together. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.